Welcome, welcome. I'm back. I'm Jill from Copycat Crafts by Jill. This is the third time I'm trying to make this video, so that is why my desk is already uh, pre-started. Uh, I have first my phone ran out of room, so then I spent a couple hours deleting all kinds of unimportant stuff. And the second time, in the middle of filming, I hit my phone tripod stand so hard my phone flipped off it, and I don't know how to cut any of that out, so I'm stuck starting from the beginning. So, sorry about that. And, gee, let's just hope that third time's the charm. Fingers crossed. Okay, the whole reason I'm even bringing this video to you is because I was watching a Cori Dahmen video, and she invited the crafting community to join her and some other crafters in a mass make March project where you pick a project that you enjoy making and you mass make it. And if so, and you want to join it, you use hashtag JJ Mass Make March. So again, that's hashtag JJ Mass Make March. And if any of you do take part, feel free to tag me on Instagram or film it, please. And as long as you use that tag, I guess we will, I mean, hashtag, we, at least I hope I will get a chance to see what one of your favorite mass makes are. Mine are envelopes, as you can see. I love envelopes. So these were cut-offs from 12 by 12 Tim Holtz papers. You certainly don't need 12 by 12 Tim Holtz papers. Any paper or cardstock. Um, these were cut-offs of papers I used in other products, or projects, I should say. They were left over. What do you do with them? Especially if you've cut off, and the most interesting part of it or something. Well, you make envelopes. At least that's what I do. That's what comes to mind. I make envelopes. So, here we are. Most of these are 12-inch long. And I don't measure. I just pick how long I want the bottom and how long I would like the flap. Then I rounded the corners. You don't have to. And you can make different sizes depending on what size you, I mean, again, since mine were made from cut-offs and or scraps, you can use your scraps to make them. The first time, I actually even glued some and put stamps on some. Let me see which ones. This one I made and glued. Put a little tab on there. I don't decorate them until I know where I'm putting them, because if I decorate them now, then I have a hard time when I'm making a journal to pick what fits that journal if they're already decorated. So I have small plastic storage containers filled with other mass-made items that now I have a hard time finding where I can fit them in because I decorated them. So I no longer decorate things. I make ahead, And then I leave the decorating for once I know what theme I want to do. Now this one, which I put a brad in and a little round ticket thing, I did glue it. I did not put a notch in it, and I ripped the edge. I like that. On this one, I did not rip the flap, I ripped the inside. You can rip both edges if you want. I didn't glue it yet, and I'll get to that. Because I like to ink, I did ink ahead. Then when I messed up and had to start over again, now I feel I'm too far along. So I wanted to pull these out. I will be inking at least one or two of them. So I hope that that doesn't shoo any of these away. I will try to just ink one or two. You don't have to ink them, and I know there's a lot of people who don't care to watch that. I don't mind it when I'm watching someone's video, but I get it if someone's wanting to see a video, then they don't necessarily want to hear and watch someone ink paper. It's like watching paint dry. So I'd love for anyone to comment on what they enjoy mass making, whether it's little, what do they call them? Little snippets or that type of thing. I tried that. I tried making all kinds of paper, lace, more paper, another piece of lace. And I'm just, I don't know what it is. Maybe after I'm done, I make it and I just don't feel like they look very good. Maybe I feel like I don't have the eye for it yet. Maybe I need to work on that more, make more, kind of work on that. All right, we have these. I think these will be enough. We will glue a couple of these together. I just wanted you to know that I was taking part in this mass make and inviting anyone else who wants to take part in the mass make. I don't normally go into joining in on challenges. There's a 100-day challenge going on right now, and I love watching the videos. I find it very helpful, and a lot of times it's inspiring, and I really do enjoy it, watching others. When I try to do it, I don't know if it's the pressure. I don't know what it is, but I can't seem to get it done. I lose my inspiration. I don't know why, but I do. So I let others, they're good at it. I let them do it. I watch it. I'm good at watching it. And I'm fine with that. I just work at my own pace, which is normally really slow. And I have to I enjoy the process. And if I feel not rushed, but just, I don't know, like, just, I don't even know the words. I end up losing my inspiration. So I leave it to those who are good at it. But envelopes, I can do that. I can mass make an envelope. Doing a different little challenge for 100 days in a row. No, I wouldn't. I would fail. I would definitely fail at that. What happens if you do it the first day and then you don't do it anymore? I don't know what happens. Okay, if any of the sides end up being a little off because they are either, in this case, scraps or cut-offs, I just bring in my tiny guillotine, because these are tiny, and I straighten them out. I don't know if I really need to with this, but I'll just no, I guess just do it. It just has that little, there we go, tiny little bit. So I don't know where everyone else lives, but it's been, where I live, it's been warm. Extremely warm. And when it's, I mean, I have air conditioning, I'm not, but for whatever reason, when it's warm, I end up watching YouTube crafters and not necessarily crafting. And because today it was hot, I was watching a new channel that I just came across. It's new to me. She's not new to YouTube. The channel's called Crafty by Toni. Crafty by Toni. And the reason I feel it's relevant is because Toni chose to do envelopes, she called them envelope pockets. And they were basically these. And I had to stop and watch her because I already knew I was going to mass make envelopes. So I watched hers, and she decorated hers. I was blown away by how cute, pretty hers turned out. And it did inspire me to, when I do decorate them, to really reach for my stamps and my labels and pull out everything that I don't have to just pick pretty paper, put a tab on it, and call it done. She just blew me away with all her stamping. And I have stamps and I don't use them. I don't know why. But I do know that I will reach for them. Marlise also stamps a lot. And there's a real knack to it. I can see that. I'm going to have to practice up on that because there is a knack, a real eye to it. So I'm going to be definitely working on that because I want my stuff to resemble that. I really liked how theirs turned out. So I'm going to be practicing on that, and I think maybe I'll even in a little bit do a video on the art of stamping. I think I should do a video on that. I think that would be handy because I think it sounds like it should be easy. It really sounds like there's nothing to it. And maybe for some people there isn't, but for me, I really have a little bit of fear, maybe. It's like, don't get out my stamps, don't get them out. As a matter of fact, since I watched Marley Designs channel and she did so much stamping, I decided to even get the Tim Holtz anonymous, I think it's Field Notes, and so I ordered that. But I also have this one. This is the one I started to kind of practice with. So I'm gonna, as soon as my Field Notes ones come in, I'm gonna have to get to working on that, because that for me adds a whole new level of decorating in my journals and on my ephemera. I didn't realize how much I was missing in that whole direction. That's a whole rabbit hole I've never been down. So I'm gonna definitely work on that. Maybe in the comments anyone can leave me a couple, names of channels I could go check out for that, for stamping techniques for beginners. I am sometimes so in awe over the creativity of the crafting community on YouTube. It's unbelievable. Okay, I think we have enough of them that I can pull out some little container of all my little tabs. Embossed tab with bread on it. Okay, that's enough to pick from. I have other sizes. Maybe I'll even get the next size that I have. See if there's anything in there. Okay. Well, if I put a tab, it would have to be this little tab. And I may not put a tab on all of them. I just thought, get them out. Give them a look over. I kind of like that. I'll see. Whoop. My goodness, this one does not want to be used. This is actually one of the other things I've just started using. A year and a half ago, I got a die cutting machine for my birthday. And a couple Tim Holtz die sets, and I tried it, and it sounded like I was breaking my die machine, and I didn't go well. So I kind of put it away. I figured I better put it away or I'm gonna break it. So I put it away. I got it out the other couple of months ago and started to play with it a little more and get comfortable trying to use it. And I ended up having really a lot of fun. Got it. So I bought this size die, and I bought this size die, and I got a whole bunch of off-brand dies from Amazon, and I've been having so much fun. I didn't realize what I did find out is I'm not a huge fan of the flower dies. I like them. I have 3 sets of Tim Holtz large flower dies, and they're, when I make them and put them in my container, they just all tangle up, and then trying to get them apart, I end up ripping them and tearing them. That's not one of my favorites, but I did get these. These are my favorite. These are one of my favorite dies, these tabs. And I got, like the specimen slide things, and I got pretty many that I actually really, really like. And I ordered 2 more that are on their way, of course, that make some sort of file envelope. Maybe I shouldn't have. I make so many by hand, I probably shouldn't have got a die set that makes them yet on top of it. But it is what it is. So, there we have it. That's all it takes. So all it takes is some scrap or cutoffs. Bend them up, no real measurements. Dig out some tabs if you want to put some tabs on it. I thought you could put any closure, Velcro, put the coin things, but I was thinking of just using a paper clip. That's what I was going to use. Maybe on some of these bigger ones I will put a Velcro, small Velcro closure on. But for the most part, I was just going to leave them as a flap and use a paper clip. That's what I was going to do. So, I think that's my plan. There it is, my mass make for March. So, I hope you decide to take part in it, and if you do, please video it and let me know. Tag me or whatever one has to do, and I'll find you. Thank you so much for watching, and stay crafty. Bye.